Rob, what is our fifth main topic today?
Our fifth main topic comes to us from Jason Vitti. It's been forever since the last Oscars, but people today are still talking about the slap. Did you see that while doing a comedy show, Chris Rock mentioned that the producers of the Oscars offered him the hosting gig for the next ceremony, but he turned it down? So I guess I have two questions. One, do you think it was smart for them to offer him the job? And two, do you think Rock should have accepted it?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Jason. And those are two really completely different questions.
Yeah.
Now, you're right. Today, people are still talking about the slap. It might be the most infamous thing that's ever happened at the Oscars. Who knows? Time will tell. So for those of you who missed it, Chris Rock was offered apparently, according to him, he was doing a stand-up show in, I believe, Arizona, where he told the audience that they have offered him to host the next Oscars, and which he turned it down. And he said no. Let's start with the second question he was asked. Should he have accepted this? Honestly, under a lot of circumstances, I would say yes, but I think he probably made the right decision to say no. Because whereas the Oscars may be trying to separate themselves from what happened last year, Rock himself is probably really is looking forward to getting himself separated from it. And he knows if he goes back and hosts the Oscar this year, every press event, every carpet, everything is just all going to be Will Smith slap 24/7 nonstop. And he probably knows that. And so I could see him hosting the Oscars again someday. I think he'd be a very, very good host. And I think he will do it again someday. But to not do it this year is probably the wise thing. The other question, should the producers have offered him this? I'm torn on that, to be honest with you. Because on the one hand, I think, you know what better way to show that we've all made up and made nice than to have Chris come out who he got assaulted and embarrassed on national television. What better way to symbolically show we've all made up and made nice and the wounds are healing than to have Chris Rock come in and host the event? Yeah, okay. You know what? I get that logic. I do. The other side of my brain, though, is like, do you really just want, because here's what will happen, fair or unfair. Every second that Chris Rock will be on the stage at the Oscars this year, if he did it, will just be a reminder and everybody will be thinking about what happened last year. And so I get that rationale as well. So for him, I think he made totally the right decision to turn it down. From the producer's point of view, I'm a little bit torn. I could see why you would invite him. I could see why maybe it wasn't a great idea. I don't know, Christian, obviously it's the event that overshadowed the Oscars and everything, of course, last year. What do you think about these two questions? Should Chris Rock have accepted it? Should the producers have even invited him? What do you think?
First of all, two great questions. The first, should he accepted it? No, I don't think he should have. I think because the other thing that will probably lay into my other answer is that they're going to know, and he's going to know that he's got to write jokes about it. He's got to talk about it. He's got to, and maybe he has PTSD from it. The guy, he played it really well from what he did.
The way he handled it when it happened is unbelievable. Really well.
And he's selling out shows left and right and making hand over fist. And first of all, before the slap, the Oscar hosting job is a thankless job. And to this point of where the Oscars are, that's why they keep switching it back and putting 75 different hosts. They don't know what to do with it. They're clearly offering it to him for doing exactly what you said, to make amends and to say, hey, we want you to come in. And they're very aware that he's going to crack jokes about it and talk about it. I think no matter who the host is, they're going to have to crack jokes and talk about it for sure.
Even the individual presenters are probably going to make jokes.
Of course. It's going to be very, and that's probably for why it's a smart move for Chris Rock to go, I don't really want to be involved with that right now. I'm making my money off of it right now anyway. I sold out my show the next day after, because I was scheduled to do it. How funny is this, by the way? My good friend Rick Ingram, who's a Comedy Store guy, has been opening for Chris Rock and was scheduled and the next day.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, oh, that's going to be an interesting show. And I think like Boston was the first one that they did. But anyway, so like that whole particular scenario, I think that, and the other answer to that question, yes, I do think they should have offered it to him, even if they knew he was going to say no. Because you reach out to him, and if they go, look, we have to understand that we're going to get roasted no matter who it is. The guy that took the brunt of this, we should reach out to him because he's done our show before.
Yep.
He's done a great job before. He's more liked now than he ever has been. And if we don't reach out to him, I think that would be a slight. He's probably going to say no, but we should ask him. I think it was respectful to ask him, to be honest with you. And I think that it was a good move for him to go, nope, moving on.
Rob, what do you think?
He's probably tired of hearing about this.
Yep.
And I think it's true. You know, they had to make the offer. And he has hosted the show before, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But you know what? I also think that Chris Rock probably knows. I mean, as a movie fan, as an entertainment impresario for a long time, I'll bet you he wants to have the Oscars put back on track like everybody else does. And if he was to host it, no matter what he did, no matter what kind of opening number, he could have done a duet with Billy Crystal. It didn't matter. There's no way that it would have overshadowed the entire thing.
Yeah.
People are like, what's he going to say when he comes out? What's his monologue going to be? And even Chris Rock doesn't want that. He's smart enough to know. I mean, I would like the movies to be restored to the luster that we all want them to be restored to. And I think that, you know, it makes sense that he turned it down. And
Also exhausting. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
and you know, everybody who's who they choose as the Oscar host, it's almost like, well, who are we going to sacrifice on social media today? And that's what the hosting job has become, when before it used to be, whether it was Bob Hope or Billy Crystal or even Hugh Jackman. I mean, these hosts used to be at least held up in some high regard. Now it's been turned into one of the biggest jokes in the entertainment business, and it's not fair.
Take the ban off and let Will Smith host it.
Now that would
That's
be
rating.
I
interesting.
mean, wow.
All right, guys.
Tennis.
Question is for you. What do you think about this? They offered Chris Rock the hosting job of the Oscars this year. I mean, you want to guarantee big viewership numbers just to see what he was going to say? He has decided to turn it down. How do you feel about it? Should they have offered it? Should Chris have accepted it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts that a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. And the John Campea Show viewers and listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off using the code CAMPEA at trueclassic.com. Look, you and I both know that almost all of men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs. But let's be honest, that's not most of us. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can always confidently throw on. Like most of you guys, ever since college, I've always struggled to find proper fitting t-shirts that are comfortable. Well, True Classic, from the moment I put on the shirt they sent me, solves it. And True Classic doesn't just stop at tees. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code CAMPEA. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day refund policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.